Oklahoma State as never before, and this year the Pokes hope to march to the beat of a championship drummer. Those hopes built on the rocket arm of veteran quarterback Brandon Weeden, who returns, and perhaps the most prolific receiver in all of college football, Justin Blackmon. But in week one of the college football season, no one threw for more yards than Arizona's Nick Foles. He'll lead the Wildcats in tonight, where the Cats certainly remember the Alamo. A 36-10 loss at the hand of the Pokes, and they hope that tonight is the night that they can serve up a little payback. Arizona and Oklahoma State ready to roll from Stillwater. Orange has engulfed the house at T. Boone's Pickensville as we get set for Arizona and Oklahoma State, who met last year in the Alamo Bowl, to square off one more time. Glad to have you along with us here on a Thursday night alongside my partners Craig James and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Jen Brown's going to join us in just a little bit. It was a magical season for Oklahoma State a year ago. They set a school record with 11 wins. Virtually everybody coming back on offense, including their 27-year-old quarterback Brandon Weeden and Justin Blackmon, who won the Biletnikoff as the nation's best receiver a year ago and pretty much picked up where they left off in their opener against Lafayette.
Well, simply put, quarterback Brandon Weeden and wide receiver Justin Blackmon formed the best quarterback-wide receiver tandem in all of college football. Brandon Weeden has outstanding arm strength. He's remarkably accurate, and he's always trying to find ways to get his Biletnikoff Award winner the football. On the flip side, Justin Blackmon is the total package. He has speed, great range. His best attribute may be his ability with the football after he makes the catch. Craig, Brandon Weeden and Justin Blackmon have established a chemistry that you just can't find anywhere else right now in college football.
In order to have that chemistry, you and I would both agree, you got to have somebody up front blocking for you. And I think the strength of the offense is the offensive line. All 5 offensive linemen returned from last season. This unit only allowed 10 sacks in 13 games. That's impressive. But they can also get tough and physical. They can run the football. From 2006 through 2009, they led the Big 12 in rushing. Last year, they didn't lead the league in rushing, but they still averaged 5 yards per carry. So in order to compete and to win titles like they hope to here at Oklahoma State, you have to be big, you have to be physical and strong up front. They've got the offensive line.
And much like Weeden and Blackmon for Oklahoma State, Nick Foles and Jaron Kreiner had that type of chemistry for Arizona, but Kreiner won't be in this game tonight. For more on that, we go down to Jen Brown.
Thanks, Reese. Well, just a short while ago, head coach Mike Stoops told me that Jaron Kreiner underwent an arthroscopic procedure on Monday to remove his appendix. Now, doctors told him that it's expected to be out 2 to 4 weeks, but Stoops told me that he hopes that Kreiner could be back as early as next week. Now, he did go on to say that he was disappointed that Kreiner didn't have the opportunity to showcase his talents tonight on this big stage like his counterpart Justin Blackmon has the opportunity to. But Reese, he did go on to say that it's situations like this one tonight where stars get the opportunity to step up and fill in.
No doubt about that, Jen, but how big an impact on the Arizona offense?
Well, if there's a position on this team that has depth, it's wide receiver. And so someone else has to step up, like Jen just said there. You know what, when you've got Nick Foles at quarterback, he's going to help make some wide receiver good. Last year, coming out 3,200 yards passing, 67% of his completed of his passes. This guy can get the ball to his receivers, but he's got to have time, Jesse. And I think the difference in this game versus 2 games ago when they played against Oklahoma State, they wanted to go deep. I don't think they can do that tonight. They've got 2 freshman tackles, and freshman tackles in big-time games struggle. So I think the game will be a little quicker for them tonight.
I think Nick Foles has to play well tonight. This Arizona defense has to play well tonight. And they're a confident group, played very well against Oklahoma State in last year's Alamo Bowl. Now tonight, they want to double cover Justin Blackmon as often as they can, but the guy that really has to step up is true sophomore cornerback Shaquille Richardson. Last week against Northern Arizona, he got picked on early, gave up some big plays in the passing game. He needs to elevate his play tonight, considering number 81 lurking across the line of scrimmage.
All the athletic ability in the world. The question is focus for Richardson. Second time in 3 meetings these two have gotten together. We'll kick it off pretty soon.
ESPN's college football, the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. T. Rowe Price, understanding the connections of a complex global economy. Invest with confidence. And Dr. Pepper. With 23 flavors, Dr. Pepper is always one of a kind.
Look down.
Just about set to kick off in Stillwater. Arizona won the toss and they deferred. They'll kick it away to the black-clad Cowboys of Oklahoma State. John Bonanno, who had 6 touchbacks and 7 kickoffs in the opener against Northern Arizona, will put total 11. And we're underway. It's Justin Gilbert, the fastest Cowboy with the ball. Flags flying all over the place as Gilbert gets just across the 20-yard line, and we'll see.
During a return, holding, receiving team number 39, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So Oklahoma State will back it up 10 yards for their initial possession of the evening, and they'll be led out on offense by Brandon Weeden.
You've talked about Brandon Weeden quite a bit so far. He's got a new offensive coordinator in Todd Monken, who came from the NFL, has that experience. I think it's a great marriage, a great fit. Really fortunate for Weeden to have an NFL guy now training him. Jesse is going to give him some technique and some finer points to the game that maybe he has not received in the past.
First down will come from Oklahoma State's own 12-yard line. Is Joseph Randall at running back, and Weeden will throw it for the first time tonight. And he gets a quick completion to his tight end, Wilson Human. And Human gets out over the 15 to about the 16-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 4. How about tonight's impact players when the Pokes have it?
Wide receiver Justin Blackman is the best deep threat in college football. He is a home run waiting to happen.
Makes impact regularly, and Blackman, rather than catching it, has the ball handed to him, and an excellent tackle by Robert Golden, the safety, and Justin's going to lose one on the end around. It'll bring up third down.
And some other guys that we'll take note of tonight. Josh Cooper, number 25, another receiver, inside receiver. Last year against Arizona had 7 catches. He needs to step up as well in this game.
Arizona defensively on these 3rd and long situations, they want to mix up coverages, try and confuse Brandon Weeden and these wide receivers.
3rd and 7. Another completion for Weeden, and there is Cooper, and Cooper is right at the 22. That's where he needed to go for the first down. It'll depend on the spot, and they gave him enough, and the first down of the evening for Oklahoma State.
Another key part of this ball game will be watching Arizona's defense. Can they get pressure by only rushing 4 and dropping 7? They rush 5 there. Dropping people into coverage against this team who has so many good receivers is important. So 4-man pressure, very important tonight for Arizona.
Weeden's hit his first 2. Randall has it on the ground. Joseph Randall, the sophomore running back, gets it up to about the 25-yard line. Usman leading the way on the tackle.
I think Oklahoma State does a lot of things very well on offense, but nothing better than their play-action passing game. And in order to establish that, they must run the football early here tonight.
Randall picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Weeden. There is a little play fake. Plenty of time for Brandon, and a wide open Cooper, who lost his footing, or he would have had a whole lot more, and he'll be marked down at midfield. It'll be another first down pickup of 25.
Last season, Cooper had nearly 50 receptions. This guy can catch the football. He's really good out of the slot, and this is what I'm talking about. When you look for Blackman all the time, someone else has to step up. Cooper's got the ability to do it.
3 backs in the backfield, but still, Weeden fires on first down. David Paulson has his first catch, a minimal gain. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
Arizona's defense wants to stop the running game tonight with only 5 or 6 players in the box, and that's going to allow them to double cover wide receivers on the outside. They do not want to sacrifice another safety into the box and allow one-on-one matchups on the perimeter of the field.
Second and 9 on the ground to Randall. Joseph has room. Inside the 20. And finally hauled down inside the 10-yard line. Robert Golden saved a touchdown. Excellent block by Justin Blackman as he heads to the sideline. Blackman springing Randall for the long run.
I really like this formation. You've got the pistol in with the balance of the 2 backs offset. They lead up in there. Defense can't really figure out which side is the strength of the offense. Very nice, well-designed play.
42 yards on the pickup, 1st and goal for the Pokes. Randall powering his way, and he gets down to about the 1.5-yard line. C.J. Parrish stopped him, and the Pokes on the move early.
One of the biggest differences with Todd Monken and his offensive coordinators, they have a lot more 2 and 3 running back formations, and that's a great advantage down here in the red zone. Just keep running the football.
That they do with Randall over the top. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Joseph Randall, who had a couple of touchdown runs last week, going for 129 yards against Louisiana Lafayette. 3 carries for 50 yards, the 42-yarder, the big one. A little routine 88-yard drive for the Cowboys to get things started.
Great balance, running and throwing the football on that drive.
Gwen Sharp, who handles all the kicking and punting duties for Oklahoma State. Right down the middle, and Oklahoma State takes its first possession, marks right down the field, and Old Bullet going to get to take a ride. The Cowboys donned in black, riding their sophomore running back, who went up and over and found the end zone to get us started. Ready to kick off. I'm going to hazard a guess that this one's going to wind up in the end zone.
He's led the Football Bowl subdivision each of the last 2 years in touchbacks. Giant leg.
7 of 11 last week. It does go into the end zone, and Arizona will wisely take it on the 20-yard line. And Nick Foles comes out tonight without his favorite target, Jaron Kreiner.
Nick Foles was in the zone last week against Northern Arizona. He completed 30.
Prior the season opener against Northern Arizona a week ago. They'll throw it a lot tonight, perhaps 50 to 60 times, according to head coach Mike Stoops. Blatnick, as a pass rusher, led the team with 5.5 sacks a year ago. Antolin, his first carry, and on second he needed about 5. Keola's going to be a couple of yards short. Daquan Lowe and Alex Elkins. May Jones at the top. He gets by that tackle, but another completion. Austin Hill has a couple of grabs as Oklahoma State, as most defenses do, have a turnover goal, try to get 3 a night. They tried to rip it away. First and 10 from the 37. Getting some heat from Blatnick. Antolin caught it, and Alex Elkins, a junior college transfer, been to 4 in a row. Pickup of 2 on first down, and Foles, little mishap on the timing and the handoff to Antolin. Daquan Lowe makes the tackle as Keola. Blitz coming. Foles is by the first wave, and he completes his pass, and they'll have it up across the 50-yard line, making the grab.
He has to continue to look downfield and deliver the pass.
Nick wanted to float it out to Keola Antolin in the flat, but Oklahoma State had that covered up with Sean Lewis, and as a result, they'll get to Foles, and he'll lose about 6. It'll be second down and 16.
That was defensive tackle Nigel Nicholas getting to the quarterback. He had a great game last week. He carried out the big stick here tonight, put a huge hit on the quarterback last week. He's a guy that's very active inside. He's almost like a pass rusher playing at the 3 technique position. He's a load for guards to handle.
3 rushing and miscommunication.
And defense, check down's okay.
Gonna run the draw. Antolin is going to be base of your schematic move here.
But it doesn't take a lot of time.
Rethink that. Maybe they got to go 95.
Kyle Duganzik ready to kick it away for Arizona. Had a lot of problems in the punting game last year, but Duganzik in 3 punts in the opener averaged over 50 yards per punt, and he gave him a chance to down it on the 1, and Arizona 2021 season. Monday Night Football and ESPN. We're proud to have that deal arranged to keep it right here on ESPN, as Oklahoma State has it for the second time tonight, and Joseph Randall, who scored the first touchdown, will pick up about 4.
Very.
The former baseball pitcher was painting the black last week. Now he's 6 for 6. He gets it out to Kai Staley, and Staley will get up close to a first down, stopped by Derek Earls. Staley, an interesting case. He suffered a severe knee injury a couple of years ago, actually left the team for a brief period of time. He came back and is now contributing in a fullback role. And maybe a fullback is what you need on 3rd and 1. Randall hitting the backfield, but he gets a good surge. Gets across the 30. Rob Hankins, the freshman, hit him first, but not before Joseph was able to get across the 30 in the first down.
The 3 open guys so far tonight. Playing great without the ball, Craig.
Plenty of time for Weed, and firing for Blackman. Now he's got a catch, and Justin throws all the way down to the Arizona 41-yard line.
we talked about earlier, Arizona having to use 7-8 players close to the line of scrimmage, and that allows Blackman one-on-one with the true sophomore Shaquille Richardson, who was picked on last week. That's just pitch and catch for Oklahoma State.
Blackman, the 29-yard catch. Whedon's hit 7 in a row. On first down. Make it 8 in a row, and another catch for Blackman. And the Biletnikoff winner picks up 9. He'll be about a yard short of the first.
Back-to-back now, we've seen Arizona trying to rush 4, dropping 7. There's a difference, though. Rush 4, drop 7, but find the receivers. Because if you give Whedon this much time, he's going to find his boys.
They did a good job in the Alamo Bowl last year of bracketing Justin Blackman, with the exception of one mental bust. They're going to have to pick it up here now, though.
Make the last pickup 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. A little delay. Nice play in the back. Whedon every bit of 6'4", too. They'll drop a little bit to the side. A little pressure coming in out in the flat to Randall. First down and more, and he's knocked out of bounds, and the change the move again. Richardson makes the stop, but Oklahoma State looking prolific on offense.
Look at the line, the right side of your screen. This is like a toss sweep. There's no way that defensive end can get out there. Todd Monken with an excellent call, setting up plays, taking advantage of the defense, respecting the run inside.
Whedon steps up in the pocket nicely, and again to his back. One of the things that Brandon said he wanted to make sure
that Oklahoma State's going to knock them out if they don't roll the dice.
On 2nd and 8, Cowboys keep it on the ground. They pick up the first down with Jeremy Smith, and they are running right through the Arizona defense right now. Kai Staley with a good block.
You can just feel it. Arizona's defense sitting back and watching the game as it comes to them.
It's an advantage on offense. You know, they ran the football last possession to score. Brandon Whedon, 20 touchdowns, only 1 interception in his career throwing in the red zone. So Todd Monken doesn't mind calling pass plays because he knows Whedon will take care of the football in this area of the field.
After the 13-yard pickup, Whedon has a man wide open. Turning it upfield is Colton Shelf. Colton's still on his feet, and I think he's stepped out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
You can't do that the greater the competition becomes.
2nd and 8. Again, they'll go on the ground. Big hole for Randall, and Randall gets inside the 5. Vassallo kept him from scoring a touchdown. I think he's going to be just a hair short of the first down as well. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
This inverted wishbone backfield right now giving Arizona tons of headaches in this football game.
3rd and short. They're going to throw it. The fade. There's Blackman, and there he is. Touchdown, Oklahoma State, and Justin's first of the year.
Did you see how effortless that throw was? How relaxed and smooth Whedon is? He's got so much confidence in throwing it right to that point. They've done that time and time again, and that ability, that's that baseball player in. Just a very good athlete.
How about Justin Blackman not showing his hands until the very last second, so the cornerback Shaquille Richardson had no idea when the football was coming down. Also did a tremendous job of getting that 1 foot down for the score.
Oklahoma State's had it twice. They've driven 80 yards or more both times. Quinn Sharp. It's true. It's 14-0 as Brandon Whedon and the Cowboys get off to a scintillating start. Justin Blackman had a streak of 12 straight games with a touchdown stop last week. Put a stop to that tonight. Got the paddle out, and right now they're paddling that fanny of Arizona. Sharp drives Garrett Wharton into the end zone, and he's 2 for 2 on touchbacks tonight, and Arizona will have it at its own 20.
Be much closer than last year's contest.
Flags flying.
False start on the offense, number 87.
Well, Nick Foles need to take care of it, but he's also got to make something happen. Down 14 in the early going. Quick completion to David Roberts, and Roberts will be out close to the 20-yard line. Markel Martin on the stop.
You know,
2nd and 11 for Foles. No Jerron Kreiner in the lineup. They'll use a little tunnel screen. Oklahoma State was there to snuff out Austin Hill, but Hill has his 3rd catch of the night. 3rd and the short 5. Here comes some heat. Foles throws it over Antlin's head. And it'll be 4th down and 5. Kyle Duganzik punted away. Josh Cooper back to return for the Pokes. He's standing at about his 30. There's a flag.
Delay game on the offense. 5 yards.
He's the opener against Louisiana Lafayette. Ganzik kicks it away from Cooper and out of bounds. Oklahoma State will have it back for the 3rd time tonight. Really their best field position.
He's been doing away from the ball. The blocking, nice job. It clears the run. Again, going out, this time stays up, clears his way for another big play. This is so important for his overall personal development as a football player. We know he can catch the football, but for his teammates and to be a leader and a great football player, you have to perform every snap, just not when it's to you.
On 1st and 10, Whedon, who hasn't thrown an incomplete pass yet, still hasn't. In Oklahoma State, 1 play, 1st down. Randall making the catch out of the backfield.
I talked to Brandon Whedon at the Manning Passing Academy this past summer, and he told me that he knows this offense like the back of his hand now. It's the 2nd year in the system. He's 13 for 13 right now, and he could be playing in his sleep.
Whedon going to take a shot. Got a man out there, and he just overshot Tracy Moore. 1st incomplete pass.
And having an experienced older guy like Whedon to help him through the process was very important.
A slant on 2nd and 10. Blackman has it. Hit the circle button and gets down inside Arizona territory to about the 31-yard line. Another 1st down.
I think Justin Blackman's best attribute is his ability with the football after he's made the catch. He's strong through the football, and he's so explosive with that 1st step.
Blackman that time took a big-time hit from Shaquille Richardson. Now a little jawing afterwards, and Shaquille trying to rally the troops. Good, solid, clean hit. We get inside a minute to go in the 1st quarter.
And you know what? Hey, it's 14-0. Make your play, jump up. You're excited about Richardson. Get in the huddle. You know, just go on back. But going back, if you look at Blackman, I bet he wouldn't run in the 4.5s. But he plays faster than that. And that little circle move he made, Reese, you see how quickly he got back north?
I think it's the B button if you like Xbox better.
It is the circle.
2nd and 10 on PlayStation. Another big hit. Arizona's defensive backs now jawing a little bit. Jordan Grandin with the hit on Colton Shelf.
The B button.
I think this B button. I never control my guys very well, but it's enough for the 1st one.
You say you get locked in and focused on who you're going to throw it to, right?
Yeah, Todd Monken is locked in right now, and so is Brandon Whedon. 1st down for the Cowboys. Seconds ticking away in the quarter. Just get it off. Whedon. Another completion. Randall is wrapped up immediately. Derek Earls makes the tackle. Arizona trying to show a little bit of fight. We lost a couple yards on that play, but Oklahoma State is threatening again, already up by 14. Looked like for Brandon Whedon, who had 17 of 18 passes in the 1st quarter, but right now looks at a 2nd and 11 from the Arizona 22. Seventh straight pass on the drive, another completion, another very short one. This one to Joseph Randall. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 9. So see if Whedon takes a shot. Quick to Hubert Anium. Anium has the 1st down. He's inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Pokes again.
They brought the pressure, but this is an offensive line where everyone returned. They're experienced, they're intelligent, they don't make mistakes, and with Whedon's decision-making throwing the football, he's going to make you pay for it. It's going to be really hard to get him out of his rhythm and his routine.
Here they go back to that 3 running back formation that's been giving Arizona trouble all game long in the red zone.
And the bigger back, Jeremy Smith, is in, but it's Randall who has it. He avoids one in the backfield, and Joseph's inside the 5.
Especially with maturity of Whedon, his decision-making, and the play calling of Monken.
On the ground again to Randall. Randall into the end zone, his second touchdown of the night. Oklahoma State is up by 3 touches.
And we heard in our meetings from Todd Monken that he thought that maybe Randall was a little bit more of a space guy, but he showed a lot of patience and vision there. Patient with the block to allow it to happen. Dipped his shoulder. You saw that recently. He hit and knew where the hip blow was going to come from. I like that.
How about the efficiency of Oklahoma State as well? 3 drives, all more than 70 yards. That one was the shortest. And they are opening up a can on the Wildcats' backside again, and this time they're dominant on offense. Last year in the Alamo Bowl wasn't like that so much. It's been a frustrating quarter plus for Mike Stoops so far. I like the way the Duck returns to the sideline to celebrate with his teammates quickly. Which Hall of Famer is the all-time leading rusher in Oklahoma State history? Great history of running backs here in Stillwater. We'll give you a little while to think about that and give you the answer momentarily.
There's by their weight room that says Tailback U. A lot of good names.
Rob Glass doing a heck of a job coaching them all up down there at that weight room, huh?
This is not a touchback for a change, and Garrett Wharton, same effect. Arizona will only get it out to the 20-yard line as we go down.
Mike Stoops told us that he was really impressed with Nick Foles stepping up as a leader for this team. Well, right before they were about to take the field just now, I watched Nick Foles go up and down the sideline, talking to his receivers, his backs, his offensive line, really getting in their face, trying to pump them up, trying to get them going here on this next series. So we'll just have to see if the guys listen.
Away from it at all with an entirely new starting offensive line in the offseason. He told us all summer they look to me as he has to be a little bit more vocal. They're looking to him to make a play right now. Pressure's coming, and Nick has to just throw it to get rid of it. He was trying to get it to Tommy Totogi. Rashedi Jones was right in his kitchen along with Sean Lewis.
Self-admittedly, Nick Foles played very poorly in the Alamo Bowl last year against Oklahoma State. And he said immediately after that game, he decided to make this his team this year. He was going to be a better vocal leader this season. That was kind of what spurned his excitement for this game. He wanted to get back. He wanted payback. He was very much looking forward to playing tonight.
And he's got movement up at the top of the screen.
Ball starts on the offense, number 16.
Bowles completes the pass. Gets it out to Dan Buckner, and the Texans need a long one for the first down. I'll go to the I backfield. Antolin is hit short of the first down marker. Now, I don't think he got there. Christian Littlehead was the one that hit him first. All right, you're in trouble. You're reeling. What do you do here, boys?
Well, you have a big running back in Tommy Totogi who weighs 250 pounds, and he's already motioning over to the sideline. Hey.
Down, and they do just get it off. That your decision as a player comes on 3rd down as to whether you'll make the first down. It's mine on 4th. They drove Cooper back into his own end, and now the flag is on the play, and we'll let the officials sort it out.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Not all the players got set. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
There was a player, a gunner.
He had a couple in excess of 50 in the opening win against Northern Arizona. Handles the snap, which appeared to be a tad low. This one not quite as deep, but it had a little bit of carry. Cooper with some room. Just tripped up, or he might have had 10 to 15 more yards, and there is yet another flag on the field back at the 20-yard line.
Holding, number 47 of the kicking team. 10 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
And guys, penalties.
In Oklahoma State history, plenty of great running backs to choose from, two most notably, and Thurman Thomas, the all-time leading rusher at nearly 4,600 yards. Perhaps his greatest feat was keeping Barry Sanders largely on the bench, as Brandon Weeden, this was pretty much his first mistake all night. He didn't have one incompletion, but tripped up.
Well, he is 27 years old, so he is getting a little bit old. The guys on the team joke with him. They call him old man. They call him grandpa. And kind of showing that age a little bit right there, Craig.
They also call him good. he's earned that foot fault.
Grandpa's foot fault lost 9, is 2nd and 19. He's going to be 28, by the way, in October. Have fake the end around and throw a little screen. Randall One man to beat, and he cannot do it. An excellent open field tackle by Mark Watley, the junior from Encino, California.
To us, the defense. Watch that linebacker level, that second level on the end coming around. That gives just enough room for the line to get out front to be lead blockers. Great execution. I mean, this offense puts so much pressure on a defense to cover the entire field, and you don't know where the ball's going to go.
We had a penalty. They'll try to screen the other side, and Arizona has it sniffed out nicely. Randall has stopped. California is 18 yards away. How far the Pokes need to go for the first down. Quick completion. It will not be enough for the first down. Colton Shelf gets up to midfield. Paul Vassallo on the tackle, and for the first time tonight, 22 of 23, any good? Brandon Whedon. That's a start. My goodness.
But he did trip.
Here is Quinn Sharp, who was second in the nation last year, averaging over 46 yards per kick, and he kicks a ball that looks beautiful, spiraling through the air, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and the Wildcats will have it on their own 20 when you come back to Stillwater. It has been going to set the tone for the rest of Georgia's season, you get the feeling. Arizona starting from his 20 for the third time tonight, and Foles bought himself a little time. Arizona, and this is a tough environment tonight. 2nd and 10. Foles underneath. He has his man Richard Morrison. Morrison is up across the 30. He had a good game in the Alamo Bowl against Oklahoma State last year.
They're enough to know exactly who they are.
Foles pressure, hit as he throws, and Anthony's hit as he catches. Alex Elkins, a junior college transfer. He didn't even play football until he got to junior college. Physically, he's outstanding.
Right tackle on the right side now, playing here. Just getting beat to the back of the end zone, just gets swam. That's Jeff Backus, sophomore. You leave these young guys in one-on-one situations, that can get you in trouble.
Plan was to try to avoid that on 2nd and 13. They'll try to slip Antolin by, and Keola running into a whole lot of black jerseys. Got back out to about the original line.
Part of that front seven. Tonight, so far, they've played extremely well.
If you're just joining us, no Jerron Kreiner. And perhaps a little bit eager was Nigel Nicholas.
Well, Craig, you jinxed him.
He's got to quit listening to us.
Quit listening to the snap count, too, maybe.
Well, nice job by Nick Foles using the hard count to try and get a free 5 yards.
Offside, defense, nose guard, 5-yard penalty. Third down.
And Nick Foles here showing you his seniority, using the hard count. It's a nice job by the center, freezing Kyle Quinn.
Nick and 5. Cowboys showing a little pressure. Right guard moved. And that 5 he just picked up, just gave right back. All 6 penalties tonight on the offense. 3rd and 10. Arizona needs this, and Foles throws a strong ball to Austin Hill, who in the absence of Jerron Kreiner has been Foles' favorite target so far. So Foles picks up 15 on 3rd and 10. And Arizona hoping to put together a productive drive and get back in the game. Pressure. Foles directs a man. He's got a man wide open inside the 30-yard line. It's Dan Buckner. It's another first. Longest play of the night for Arizona. Picked up 26. Wildcats threatening. Foles throws a dart. It's complete. Short pickup, 6-yard pickup. Foles complete again. Another first down. Moving it inside, deep into Oklahoma State territory is David Robb. Foles firing complete. Making the grab is David Douglas as he gets inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 8. Gonna try to run it with Antolin. Keola picks up maybe a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Going to mark it. 3rd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Antolin not going to make it. He stopped 5. to get it down to around the 2-yard line. And Kreiner, after having his appendix removed, didn't make the trip. He's top receiver. We'll see who Foles goes for on 4th and 3. Nick firing a dart into the end zone, and it's broken up. He was looking for David Douglas, and Daquan Lowe has the breakup in the end zone, and Oklahoma State comes up with the stop.
There's a lot of traffic that's going across the middle of the field. Plenty of time to make the throw. It's just, it's just good coverage. Defensive back getting his hand in there, knocking it away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the defense.
Oklahoma State's been very smart. They haven't tried forcing the football to Justin Blackman, but they have taken advantage of their opportunities when they have favorable matchups.
You know what? Pitch and catch. And Shaquille Richardson, number 5, when you're going against the Blitnikoff Award winner from 2010, sometimes you just don't have enough to get there with them.
So backed up at their own 5-yard line, worst field position of the night for Oklahoma State. They'll go on the ground with Jeremy Smith. And a clip they had this summer, Paul Vassallo telling us, let's just say we haven't forgotten it. Enough said. They haven't been able to do anything about it so far. As Whedon on 2nd and 8 fires a strike to Hubert Anium for the first down.
You see this play last year. It's a busted coverage from Arizona, and Justin Blackman goes 71 yards. Right as he gets to the end zone, decides to go streaking. And defensive coordinator Tim Kish showed his defense this play every meeting. They definitely have a chip on their shoulder coming into tonight.
Anium's catch picked up 20, and Whedon's now 23 out of 24. They keep it on the ground with Kai Staley. Staley gets up across the 30-yard line, close to the 31 or 32. Pickup of about 4 on first down, maybe 5.
When you go execute their plays, you can see the composure they have. They're smacking the defense, getting back in the huddle, doing it again.
Whedon taking a shot. Blackman's out there, and he lays it right on him, and it comes free. And Blackman had it and couldn't hold it. Marquise Flowers on the cover.
Right there, you see the chemistry between Brandon Whedon and Justin Blackman.
Time it comes his way, he'll be miserable because he didn't finish that play.
And Whedon just going to have to get rid of it. They've been 5 of 6 on 3rd down. I'll make it 5 of 7. C.J. Parrish applying the pressure for the Cats. And now there's a...
You know what, when we talk about Justin Blackman, Brandon Whedon knows that if he throws the ball his way, 90% of the time he's going to catch it. The guy is that good, whether it's single or double coverage. We've talked about the plays away when it's not being thrown to him tonight, what he's done, and he's been successful at being a complete player.
Sharp, his customary booming kick. Morrison will get away from it. Cowboys let it roll. They're going to stop it at the 25-yard line as we go back into the studio and check in with John Saunders.
Well,
underway. Peyton Manning has a devastating piece of news for the Colts as Foles rolls out on first down and finds David Douglas. Douglas took 2nd and 6. Foles has a man, found a little hole, did Douglas, and Douglas gets into Oklahoma State territory at pickup of 22. Pick up the pressure nicely. Another catch for Douglas. He steps out.
Just driving the football.
Was indeed a first down, so Foles gets a fresh set of downs to work with, and another catch by Austin Hill. Football is free. And as if things haven't gone poorly enough, Oklahoma State comes up with a turnover. Here's Rashedi Jones, the defensive end, who's there to scoop it up.
You know what? When you turn the football over, it's a result of effort. Someone getting that second hat on the ball that comes clean before he goes down. That's one of the 3 that they're looking for tonight.
Turnovers are the MO for this Oklahoma State defense. Last year, they forced 34 turnovers. It was 5th most in the country. Bill Young, the defensive coordinator, preaches it to his players. They practice it all the time in practice. In fact, if they get turnovers in practice, players can get out of running at the end of practice. So if they do anything well, it's forcing turnovers.
All right, so they got it at the 32. Mass confusion on Arizona's part. They've got part of their offense on the field remaining, part of their defense. Now Mike Stoops out there talking to the officials. I think they're wanting to look and see if Hill was down, but clearly it appeared to me that the ball was out.
It looked like it from the replay that we saw just a moment ago.
Well, while they sort this out, we have a minute. How would you, if you were in the situation with Todd Monken, 68 yards up by 21, 68 yards away from a touchdown, how would you attack in this last minute, 5 seconds?
They have the ability. Listen, you heard the official. They have the ability on any one given play to go the distance. We saw that Blackman almost finished a 40-yard bomb just a moment ago.
Your whole playbook is completely wide open right now if you're Todd Monken. If you do get the football back, you have 3 timeouts, and Brandon Weeden's only thrown 2 incompletions on 25 attempts. Just run your offense. This is an offense that's used to scoring very quickly.
So does that answer your question? I mean, I think that they are in scoring zone right now every time they snap a football. That ball comes loose before any part of the body is down.
Yeah, Stoops challenged the ruling, sort of a last gasp effort, at least in the first half. And I can't see any reason why that's going to be turned the other way. Caleb Levy was in there along with Daquan Lowe and knocked it free.
And I think it's the right challenge, because you got to give your defense a chance to catch their breath and remind them the importance of
the
playing.
ruling on the field is confirmed. Fumble, recovery by the defense. First down, Oklahoma State. Arizona will be charged their first charge timeout of the first half.
Normally, a defense in this situation would lay back and play prevent, but if you let Brandon Weeden pick you apart, you're dead.
No doubt.
So I think you have to come after him here. You have to kind of go against the grain, start bringing some pressure. They've had some success in the last 2 series bringing extra hats.
First and 10, minute 5 to go. Weeden, Blackman. Blackman has the first down. Wisely scampers to the sideline. They'll mark him out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Oklahoma State.
He's so big and strong, he carries his football pads as if nothing were on him. You see the acceleration when he got the ball in his hands to get upfield.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. Weeden, another completion to Josh Cooper, and Cooper is very close. The first down marker going to be a little bit short, so the clock's going to continue to run. Oklahoma State, all 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. As the clock goes inside 45 seconds.
Their kicker, Quinn Sharp, has got a booming leg. They aren't very far away right now from field goal range.
Weeden fires complete. Moore has the first down. The clock will stop to move the chains.
So Arizona's defense this entire series has opted to rush only 4 and drop 7. So I'm with you on this one, Jesse. Now I think Arizona's defense better start changing it up a little bit here and maybe put a little doubt in Weeden's eyes.
All right, so Oklahoma State, even though they had the clock stop momentarily to move the chains, has been charged with its first timeout of the first half. 26 seconds to go. Now have the ball on the 35-yard line. Don't forget, 6 seconds to go. First and 10 from the Cat 35. Pressure coming. Randall out in the flat. Joseph's headed for the boundary, and the official is going to wave the clock stopped. Randall got out of bounds at close to the 31-yard line.
This is a part of the field. If you're Arizona, keep your eyes on number 81, Justin Blackman. This is the part of the field they like to try and dial him up and get him going. He's lined up here at the bottom of the screen.
Another throw. Anium did not have a catch in the opener. And Hubert stretching, trying to get it to that first down marker. Is looking at 14 seconds. Jordan Brandon, Trevin Wade on the stop. Oklahoma State spends its second timeout of the half.
Well, Brandon Weeden, Todd Monken worked with him, told us that he was going to try to really encourage him to not force throws. You see the nice throw there going out to Cooper. He's spread the football around, and Jesse, I don't think he's forced any one throw we've seen tonight.
He's only thrown 2 incompletions on 30 pass attempts tonight. He's proving that he has a very good understanding of this offense. Regardless of what defense you line up on him, he can find the answers and he can deliver the football so accurately. This may be his tour de force performance that we've seen yet in his college football career.
Well, he's 28 out of 30. Blackman's had an excellent night and a touchdown, but here they are well within their field goal kicker's range at the 25. Quinn Sharp, that's a chip shot for him. Take a shot at the end zone here?
Yeah, you've got time for it. 8-9 seconds in a play, a long developing play, no problem.
Pressure coming. Weeden hit as he throws. Ball goes backwards. Muhammad Usman They're calling it an incomplete pass, saying that the arm was going forward. Now, Arizona last year lost their team, but they don't feel like they've lost a lot of defensive end, and Usman applying some serious heat.
Well, they lost 3 defensive ends to the NFL draft and 66 combined career sacks. And Usman, a guy that was a backup a year ago, it's being asked to step up now and make plays. Here again, if I'm Arizona, I like the pressure. Get after Brandon Weeden. Don't let him time back there to pick you apart.
And Brandon's only got 8 seconds here, and they're in field goal range. He's got to be quick. Weeden. Heat's coming. Throwing it now toward Moore. And he got it just in time. There was a lot of heat coming from Sione Tuihalamaka. And just to be honest with you, because I'm high above the field and get to play official up here, I thought Tuihalamaka got held.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It was a nice job of executing. Oklahoma State got down the field and going to give themselves at least a chance for 3.
There's a flag that's been dropped at about the 36-yard line.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. Quarterback was outside the tackle box.
Well, Weeden has been called for intentional grounding once tonight. Got rid of it. No harm, no foul. We'll call it officially a 42-yard field goal attempt from Quinn Sharp. His long last week was 46, and he was a perfect 4 for 4. Sharp missed it to the outside, so Arizona escapes further damage. But what a half for Justin Blackmon and Brandon Weeden. 21-0 Oklahoma State as we check in on the field with Jen Brown.
Thanks, Coach. 3 long scoring drives there for the Cowboys. 21 points. What do you need to do to slow them down?
Well, we finally got better on 3rd down. I think they were 7 for 7 on 3rd down. We're just kind of antsy and didn't execute very well. When you play this team, offensively, they're awfully talented, and if you don't execute, they were able to work the ball on us pretty good. First 3 drives, I thought we settled down. We got to continue to get pressure on the quarterback.
Sure, now offensively, you were able to get something going there, but you failed to convert on 4th down. Next series, you fumble. What do you need to do to turn things around for this team in the second half?
You got to score points when you play Oklahoma State. This is an outstanding offensive football team. 3 points isn't going to get it done. We got to get 7. We had 2 drives there at the end and got no points. So 2 big mistakes, and we got to correct some of that.
All right, thanks, Coach Reese.
All right, Jen, so Mike Stoops back in Oklahoma State, where his brother Bob assisted for a while. It had been a pleasant visit. Then the first half started. Justin Blackmon and the Pokes up by 21 as we go to John Saunders.
It's just practically impossible to stop.
And Brandon Weeden's been incredible. 28 for 32 in the first half. He's been sharp, and everybody talks about him as a quarterback position and Justin Blackmon as the wide receiver. How about Joseph Randall? Here's a player you're not going to hear a lot about. 71 rushing yards in the first half, 36 receiving yards on 8 receptions. It's a nice piece to the puzzle for this Oklahoma State offense.
Well, offensively, they're outstanding, Mark. As you mentioned, they can run, they can throw, they can catch, they can run after they catch. But you have to be impressed with the defense at Oklahoma State. I think Bill Young's done a tremendous job. Last week, they did not give up a point. I'm talking about their first team defense. And here today, they've held Arizona to 125 yards and a half. That's pretty good defense.
That's the way they find their way into the top 10.
You talked about a tough schedule. It's only Stanford, Oregon, USC.
I didn't want to mention it out loud for all those fans out there.
It's a tough schedule if you aren't great. If you're good enough, doesn't matter.
Guess what?
They're not good.
Arizona's not great. They're not great. They're going to have a tough schedule over the next few weeks.
Time Report is brought to you by Best Western, the world's biggest hotel family.
Now, at Oklahoma State University, we put community before commercialism, leadership before showmanship. We prefer ideas over ideologies. We'd rather make a difference before we make a headline. We're all about bright minds, building brighter futures, and the brightest world for all. And we're proud to wear America's brightest orange.
Greetings. As we approach the 10th anniversary of 9/11, seems like only yesterday, as a head football coach at South Carolina, I was asked to turn on my TV. I did so just to watch a second plane crash into the tower. I vividly recall watching hundreds of people jump from the building to a certain death. This memory will never leave me, even though there's been a moratorium on TV against showing it. All football games were canceled. But at that time, a football game seemed so inconsequential to the pain and suffering this country was experiencing. We had a team meeting, and one of the things we did was we prayed for the victims and their families. I had a couple football players on that team that lost family members and loved ones. I remember a politician saying, we're one nation under God, or we're one nation gone under. Now, the first football game played was on Thursday on ESPN on national television between Mississippi State and the University of South Carolina. I had two messages I wanted to get across to our team in pregame. Number one is this would be the start of a healing process for this entire country. We show the world we cannot and will not be intimidated. The other message I wanted to get across, what made this country great? It wasn't natural resources. It was a caring about your fellow man. It was about the Constitution, freedom of religion, personal responsibility, and the freedom to succeed or fail. The pregame ceremony was very emotional. Both teams unveiled the flag, which covered most of the field. I remember chills going up and down my spine because I'm very patriotic. My family brought me up that way, and I was taught that way in school. I still get chills when I think about that. Obviously, our players felt the same way because we started the game playing very poorly. I called timeout, brought the whole team together, associated them with some of the fine print in their scholarship, and it must have got their attention because we went on to win the game. The USA will always win as long as we never forget what made us great.